And we're live.
Yeah, yeah.
Better because we have more George than we have more Anthony than George.
It's
here.
cool.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Okay, we are live
Yes.
for the very first Straw Hat podcast.
Yes.
This is history in the making, and your ears are the first ears to listen to what's about to go down right now.
Oh yeah.
So let's jump into this. Welcome to the very first Straw Hat podcast, and I'd just like to say that I am so hyped for all of you to be here right now for the release of our new music video, All Right, featuring our special guest, Guitar George. Everyone give it up for Guitar George in the house. Say what's up.
Yo, what's up, guys? What's up, guys? Guitar
Yo,
George here.
Yo.
You already know, you already know. And after we premiere our video at 7:45, you will get a exclusive guitar solo, live guitar solo from the man himself, Guitar George. So don't go anywhere. You want to stay here for that solo.
Exactly.
It's smooth as hell.
So once again, join the podcast if you haven't already. We are live. Join the podcast. It's twitch.tv/Strawhat Dynasty. Twitch.tv/Strawhat Dynasty.
All
You
right.
do not need an account to watch the podcast.
And with that said, let's get into this, guys.
all right.
Let's do it.
All right, so
Whew, okay, guys, we're here.
we're here. So let's tell the people, since there's some people here who don't maybe know us, let's just tell them a little bit about who we are. All right?
All right.
And where we come from, what we do,
I'm gonna
what
keep the
we
chat
do.
up right here.
So, guys, we are Strawhat Dynasty. Yes, we are a break dancing twin duo who happens to rap pretty damn good. Yes, and bro, why don't you tell them a little bit about what we used to do before we became a music group?
All right, guys. So before we delved into the MC portion, the MC element of hip hop, we were b-boys. For those of you that don't know what that is, those are break dancers, the guys who do the spins on their heads, things like that.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
professional break dancers.
Yeah. So we're professional break dancers for about 15 years. I mean, I've been breaking longer than 15 years, but I say professional, like competitively doing it. And we're always dancing to music, funk, jazz, old school hip hop, and eventually that led towards us wanting to make hip hop music.
Native from the land of Astoria, Queens, A-Town in the house.
Let's
What's
go.
up? Represent. When we decided we wanted to do this, we said, fuck it. We're going to build our own studio in our crib, and that's when we built Strawhat Studios in our crib, and we haven't looked back since.
I remember.
Which is extremely impressive, by the way. Like, really, I was super impressed coming and recording in your studio and having Anthony as the engineer. I felt like, you know, it's legit. It's really legit.
It was a good time. Shout out to Paviano on the Instagram. Paviano, if you can. Join that Twitch, baby. Join that Twitch.
Yes.
But
so
yeah.
let's get to know our guest real quick. Well, our guest, we have the extremely talented Guitar George. That's at guitar.george on Instagram. George, why don't you tell us a little bit about who you are? Tell us about where you're from, how long you've been playing the guitar for.
Okay, so I'm from Astoria.
Yeah, you.
I'm 31, and we go way back. So we've known each other for a long time. Probably we know each other longer than I've been playing guitar. So let's put it
Oh,
that
man.
way.
We've actually known you longer than we've known Randy.
Well, okay. Well,
That's true.
so but we'll get into how we know each other in a bit.
Yeah.
So I've been playing guitar for about 15 years now. I started in like sophomore year of high school, if I remember correctly. It's been so long, I don't even remember.
I was there.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, I've been playing for a long time. Been in different groups, bands. I studied it in college, so guitar is definitely a huge part of my life.
And I understand that you also teach the guitar too, right?
I do. That's what I for the past 5 going on 6 years now I've been teaching full time, but I'm starting to do a couple of side hustles now as well. I mean, I've always you have to do side hustles. If you're a musician, you guys know you have to kind of be hustling to do anything. So teaching is one of the hustles for sure, one of the main hustles.
Wonderful. And tell us a little bit. I understand also that you started a YouTube channel. What's going on with that?
Yeah. So a little over 2 months ago now, almost 3 months ago, I started a YouTube channel. It's got all music related content, guitar related content, covers, instructional stuff, gear comparisons, everything. And I'm over 150 subs already, which I'm super proud of. And I'm just trying to grow the channel organically. And speaking of YouTube, we're also vlogging today, and you guys are going to have your first vlog out probably next week of this. So it's going to be really cool. You guys should check that
we're getting a
out.
vlog out of this.
Nice.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we're getting
Yeah.
a vlog out of this, man.
That's what's
All
up.
right.
I know you've been hustling. Yo, why don't you throw on that coffee shop vibes merch?
Okay.
Yeah. But all right.
Yeah.
Spe-
So let's talk about how do we know George, bro? Why don't you tell them how we
Alright,
know
yo.
George?
So check it. We actually went to junior high school with George, and this was like way before the days any of us probably thought we were ever going to be involved with music.
Yeah, the days where all we had to worry about was chilling with our homies and doing our homework.
And getting 50-cent tropical fantasy sodas.
Yo, this guy, Young Luciano 95 made a Twitch account just for you guys. So just want to shout him out.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Yo, young Luciano, man. Luciano?
Yeah.
Luciano.
Shout
Thank
out
you.
to
Thank you
him.
for making
Yeah.
Thanks for making that.
Yo, let's talk a little bit about middle school. Son.
Yeah,
Yo, that
okay.
was the dope. Yo,
Middle school
middle
days,
school
huh?
in the 2000s. Yo, DJ Sukhai is here with us too. He can attest to that.
Wow, Good times. I went to 204 though, so
Yeah, you didn't have a good time.
No, yeah,
I mean, it wasn't too bad.
You had a
but,
good time defending yourself.
you grew some tough skin. What about you guys? How was our middle school for you guys?
We went to 141.
141 and a half.
Legendary school. Legendary.
I mean, we had our fair share of fights too, but like it was an exciting thing for some reason.
Nah, 141 was amazing. I loved it, actually, to be honest with you. It was an amazing time period. I don't know, man. It was just a different time. It was a time before smartphones, a time before everybody's attention was in the screen. I actually feel like we had a lot more character and personality than a lot of children today. I can attest to that. I work in the public school system, and it was just way more fun. We had no choice but to socialize with each other because we didn't have devices.
But
like
y'all
that.
remember the food fights though?
Definitely remember the food fights.
Yo, do you remember how they started though?
Like who started them?
Like how
There
they
was a
started.
formula.
There
There
was
was
like
a
a formula
formula.
to how they started.
Tell them the
It
formula.
wasn't like Disney Channel where everyone's like, there's that one
Food
kid.
fight.
He's like food fight.
No, this shit was premeditated, planned.
OT.
Everybody was like locked and loaded.
Oh yeah, I remember coming to school, and then cause middle school in the 2000s was about dressing fresh and matching head to toe, right? So I remember coming to school, I was so hyped for my outfit, and then one person be like, "Yo, did you hear about the food fight that's gonna happen today?" I'm like, "Oh fuck."
Yo, yeah, they had a food fight on my birthday, and I just had gotten an Old Navy Puerto Rican flag shirt, and I was hyped as fuck to wear it to school.
Yeah, what's up with Old Navy rocking the flag shirts?
I
back
don't
then?
know, man.
I don't know, man.
But yeah, so basically what would happen was special education table, aka the speds. That's what we used to call them, straight up. It is what it is.
Yeah, junior high was a
yeah.
rough, was a unfiltered time.
No. Actually, I think that might be a politically correct term because in my school they still use that sometimes.
Oh, the teachers call them speds.
Like sped class. They'd be like sped class.
Wow.
Yeah. But we used to use it in like a way where it sounded derogatory because we'd be like, fucking speds. Right?
Wow. Yeah, we
Yeah,
did.
we
We
did.
did. We were
But
young
anyways,
and dumb.
I mean, it is what it is,
Young,
man.
dumb, and
The,
full of
the,
cum,
the
huh?
special education table. All right, everyone over there, they would start banging on the tables, and they would all start going,
Oh.
Yo, I forgot about this.
Yo,
Yo, you don't remember the
And then-
formula?
And then,
Now
and then,
I
and then
remember.
everyone else,
Whoa, and you guys talking shit about 204?
and then everyone else in the cafeteria would all start going, oh, and they would start banging on
Well,
the
what
tables.
happened was there was two sides of the lunchroom. So when one side would bang on the tables, all the teachers would go to that one side, leaving the other side unguarded. And that's when the other side started throwing food. And then before they turned around to see what's going on there, the other side that they just turned around from started throwing food. And then from then, it's just all man and woman for himself.
Yeah, it got crazy after that. It was just like a legit food fight. People running. I used to run with my tray, just blocking myself. And if I remember correctly, one of the biggest targets of the food fight was the principal.
Most definitely.
He was-
Most definitely.
he was
Everybody
fucking-
hated that motherfucker.
He was a dick.
He was
though.
crazy.
We hated our dean and vice principal, not so much the principal, but I guess
Nah,
what
man.
school didn't hate
We
the
had
principal?
our principal years after we graduated ended up going to like the loony bin. Did you know that?
I knew something something happened. I don't got hit by a bus. I don't know.
You
He's had an
drove your
eventful life.
principal to the-
He's had an
No, we
eventful
didn't drive
life.
him to nothing, man. That motherfucker drove himself there. He was fucking crazy.
Yo,
Bro, he used to pull up like you'd be like just in the hallway, like not doing something bad, but just you were like doing something, and he was like he just appear behind you, like just like the Reaper just appear behind you. You
So
turn
you
around
feel
and he's like,
a spirit or like
yeah, like
Yeah.
sometimes he'd like tap you on the shoulder, like creepy stuff.
Yo, one time he was giving like a lecture.
One of
and-
his
and-
legendary.
No, yeah. no. He was giving This wasn't. We'll get to that. He used to hold us all hostage in the cafeteria. Remember, he used
During
to
our
make
lunch.
He used to make us not eat lunch and put us in the cafeteria.
And just like yell at us.
No,
really
but like
crazy.
So he was giving a lecture one time in the cafeteria, and I had nowhere to go because I was at the water fountain when he started giving it. I'm like, damn, I can't just fucking walk right by this guy, right? Fuck out of here. So I swear he had said something, and I like cracked a little like smirk, like I laughed just a second, and out of nowhere he pointed at me and he was like, "Eliminate him!" I swear to God. Yeah,
Yo.
I said, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Duh, I'm sorry, man. I thought it was funny."
Yo, but the reals though, let's talk about the hood real quick. Where we all from, yo? Let's say it. 1, 2, 3.
Astoria, let's go.
And Long Island City, of course. We give respect to
Alright.
Long Island
Long
City.
Island
Long Island,
City.
yeah, Long Island City, at least
They're two sides of the same coin.
No, it's our the peanut butter to our jelly for sure.
So I got
sure.
mad love for
Okay.
Long
I
Island
think,
City.
I think we should be the peanut butter though. I like the peanut butter better.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, so we're from Astoria, Queens. Randy, Long Island City. Astoria, Queens, one of the most diverse neighborhoods in Queens, and Queens being the most diverse place on the planet Earth. So we're a special place growing up.
For sure. I mean, I wouldn't trade it for anywhere.
Oh, no.
Growing up anywhere, this would, if I could do it again, this would be the
The
place I'd grow
promised
up,
land.
for
That's
sure.
what we call it, the promised
sure.
land.
Yeah,
even
no.
like extreme weather-wise, nothing ever bad happens. Oh, it's just a couple of trees fall down.
Yeah.
I remember, yeah. During all the hurricanes, things of that nature, everybody was good here.
And then the food, the type of food you can get in Astoria, or if you widen it out to Queens in general, you can eat anything from anywhere. It's amazing.
So many different cultures.
That's
Yeah.
true. So shout out to Astoria, Queens, the place that breeded us and made us who we are today.
Yes, sir.
Now,
And,
let's.
and we literally live like a block away from
Oh
each
yeah,
other.
29th
So-
Street, right?
29.
29th Street, 28th Street.
Shout out to Coffee Pot, man. You guys are cool. You guys give me my coffee every day.
Big up coffee pot in the building.
Yeah.
Just give me a sponsorship now.
So
Big up coffee pot.
after a
Like,
while,
legitimately
you know, we kind of
having your stuff not that long ago. So
we kind of separated from George for a little bit after a while. We had like a period of like just not seeing each other for a long time.
So
We
we
went
went
off
to
doing our
Well-
own thing.
Well, freshman year in high school, we went to the same high school, went to LIC, but then I transferred after freshman year, and I was in a different high school, so we kind of like the distance kind of grew there, but we would see each other every now and then, being around the neighborhood. But last year we definitely reconnected.
Do you remember exactly how we reconnected for this?
I think
For music.
we
Music brought us
probably-
together.
We probably just were like, yo. I just remember hearing you play the guitar somewhere. It could have been when you were living with Andy. You guys were living together at one point.
Nah, I was never living with Andy, but shout out to Andy though. He's in the chat. Shout out
Oh,
to
my
Andy.
bad.
We were
Well,
never.
you know, Andy had that apartment up on upper into
Yeah,
Dip Mars,
I was always there.
Yeah. I remember it was someone's birthday. It could have been his birthday. It could have been your birthday. I think you had your guitar on you. You were playing. I was like, damn, George is pretty good.
That's true.
And that was years ago too.
So when we were
Yeah.
making coffee shop vibes, we were looking for live musicians because we were just trying to do something different. And then I think you were the first person that my brother thought of, and that's when we hit you up.
Yeah, I was like, yo, man, just come through. And I believe when you came through, we played you a couple of tracks just to see which ones you thought you would sound good on.
Mm-hmm.
And there was All Right and Feel Some. And I remember not to get off the topic of All Right, but I remember Feel Some. I was like, yo, you want to get on this? You were like, fuck yeah, I want to get on this.
Yeah.
I remember that shit.
I mean, it was like you have really you have studio monitors, so it was like really like bumping. The bass was really nice, and I don't know, the ideas were just flowing. That I was on this, I was on Feel Some, I was on All Right.
You were also on Vain Music.
Yeah, you were on this track called Vain Music. A lot of background guitars, like rock stadium style.
Yeah, I remember that. You just gave me the whole track. You're like, play what you want, and I'm gonna cut it up and like make it fit. And I was like, good luck, because I know that's difficult to do. But
Oh,
yeah.
we spent hours on that one. So
Nah, it was fun though. It was fun.
let's talk about now. Let's talk about music real quick, boys. What made you guys want to pursue music? That's what I want to know. Both of y'all. Any of y'all can start. Don't matter.
I want to hear George. To be honest with you.
Well, I mean, it started off kind of like how it starts off in like the movies, like the stereotypical like your friend has like a band in his garage. Really, it was really that. Actually, Andy, I don't know if he's still in the chat, but he had a guitar at his house, and he's like, "Oh, come over, let's play guitar." I'm like, "Dude, we don't know how to play guitar," and he's like, "We'll learn." So I was like, "Okay." So we go over. It was like this really like crummy acoustic guitar, but we spent hours on it, and we were listening to our favorite songs, trying to pick it up, trying to learn, and from there, we started like latching onto more of our friends. Like, look, we're playing guitar. Like, why don't you play drums so we can start a band? Why don't you play bass? Why don't you sing? So we started a band that way, and we really had to be 4 or 5 years consecutively. Every Wednesday we had practice.
Really?
Yes.
Guitar
every
Wednesday?
Single week. Every single week.
Was this one?
This was in Kevin and Philip's backyard.
Kevin and Philip were in
underneath
the
the
band.
bridge.
It
Underneath Tribal.
started.
I mean,
it's
Hell's Gate
also
Bridge.
in Astoria. It started in their garage, and then they built a shack, kind of similar to this, a little bigger because it had to accommodate a drum kit, and we would just practice in there every single week.
Yeah, I've heard
He-
stories about that shack,
Cole-
but not the musical kind.
That's for another podcast. We're talking about music. Yeah, but no matter what, we practiced. We were dedicated.
Yeah.
We gigged. We wrote music. We recorded music. So yeah, it was great.
Now, I'm not really like a rock guy, although I respect the art form. When you first started playing, I'm sure you have mad influences like today, but what were like your first few influences?
So first few influences was definitely like pop punk, like 90s, early 2000s rock, like, Blink-182 and Taking Back Sunday and bands like that. We were really into that. Once I started studying music, and obviously, like, things change, you start to grow. I really got into blues, and I really got into jazz, and I got onto all these different things. I studied classical music in college. So I started getting all these different influences, and, that started coming out in my later music. But in the first band, it was definitely kind of like a pop punk kind of thing like that.
I was a big fan of that too, believe it or not. I think everyone liked Blink-182 when they came
It
out.
was of the time, for sure.
You definitely, there's something wrong with you if you didn't like Blink-182 and if you didn't like Linkin Park.
Oh no, I love Linkin Park.
Linkin Park, yeah. Linkin Park was the issue around that.
But how about you guys? What got you into music? What made you decide to pursue music?
Well, Julia, why don't you tell them that story that you tell everybody
Which one?
about when you decided to start rapping?
Oh, so yeah, the story about how I accidentally discovered I could rap. That's how it happened, by the way. It was an accident. Seriously. It was on a whim. I was coming back from a double date. That was terrible, by the way. I was coming back from a double date, coming back home from Brighton Beach. And you know what made the double date even worse? Is that shorty that I was supposed to be talking to, I already had sex with her, right? So I was like, why are you acting like this? It's fucking stupid, right? So I was 19 years old.
No.
I was 19 years old, and it's time to go home from a whack-ass double date, and I hop on the N train, and I'm on Brighton Beach. So I'm going to the last stop, all the way to the last stop on a
Ooh.
Sunday. So that shit going local. I'm on that shit for like 2.5 hours, right? So I'm on the train, and I got a lot of time to think, right? I didn't have a smartphone. It's not like I could I didn't have a smartphone, and
Those days.
I didn't have my iPod on me either, right? So I'm there, and I'm like thinking, and I really love hip hop because I was still breakdancing for a long time. I've been b-boying since I was like 14. So I was like, I love hip hop, and I was always good in English class. Never math though. Never
Didn't
math.
we also had astronomy together?
We had
No, we had astronomy
You had
together.
astronomy
Yeah,
with
yeah,
Anthony.
yeah,
Wrong
yeah,
twin,
yeah,
wrong
yeah,
twin.
yeah.
We can talk about that later.
So
It's the twin thing. It's
yeah. Well, no, we had swimming class together.
Oh yeah, swimming.
That's for another podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, so simple thoughts. Like, I love hip hop. I was always good in English class. Simple as this. Third thought. I wonder if I could rap. It was just like that. I wonder if I could rap. It's not like I was like, I always wanted to be a rapper. This is my fucking dream. Right now, it's just, I wonder if I could rap. So I pulled out my Sidekick LX. Yeah.
That'll
Yeah.
date you. That'll
Yeah,
teach
you see, everyone here born after 95 is like, what the fuck is that, right?
Nah, I think maybe 95 they could have had a sidekick.
You think?
Maybe.
Maybe if they were like rich, you'd be like 9 years old with a sidekick.
Well, wasn't there a budget version sidekick?
Oh, the slide?
The slide or the
That shit was whack, but keep going.
All right, so I had my Sidekick LX, flip the screen up, smooth as butter, and I began to just write my first verse ever. And 2.5 hours later, when I got off the train, I had written my first verse.
Nice.
I don't remember who I spit it to first, but this verse, and I kid you not, even to this day, probably sounded like I've been rapping for about at least 5 years. I had at least 5 years experience rapping. I'm not trying to say I'm a prodigy or nothing, but I'm a little bit of a prodigy. So I just knew how to rap. I don't know how. I didn't train for it. I didn't do nothing. I just knew how to rap.
You know what it was? It was that we were really good in English class, as you had mentioned earlier. I'm super good at, like, bullshitting essays, but not really bullshitting it. Like, I actually know how to write. I was always good at it, and I never understood why it was so hard to be good at writing. Honestly, I was just like, yo, however you would express it in real life, just put it down on paper. I guess my self-expression was ahead of its time or something, but whatever. So I think that's just what it was. And then whenever they had, like, the challenges to do poetry in class, I just always kind of found it natural just to do poetry, rhyme
You
words.
were always able to freestyle. You always had that freestyle vibe to you.
Yeah. What about you, George? What was it like when you first started playing guitar?
Well, I wanted to talk about something you said. You
Oh, yeah.
said that
Yeah.
you didn't know if you were going to be able to rap, right? So a lot of people, they see artists like yourselves or like me where we're doing this for this many years, and we record songs, and it's something that they bump, they like, they're like, oh, and they don't think that they can ever do it themselves. But taking the chance of just trying it and actually taking time to perfect your craft, it's necessary. It's really necessary, and people don't see that. They just see the end product or where we're at now, and they're like, oh, they're so talented, they're so good, I can never do that. But they don't know the hours that we put in, learning to do it, perfecting our craft, taking chances, being bad at something for a while until you're good. It takes that work.
I gotta agree with George on this one. For anybody listening at home, watching, George is right, man. Honestly, a lot of us oftentimes stop ourselves from doing things because we think we just can't do it. Because, like, how could I ever do that? How could I ever do that? They're doing this. It's because they're super talented. It's not because we're super talented. Yes, we are talented, but, like, we worked hard to become talented. Honestly, you know what I mean? Anybody can do it. It's just about getting your ass up and just doing it, and doing it until you start to see results. Honestly, and it's just like, at first you just do it because it's just a lot of fun. Honestly, you just do it because it's fun.
Oh, it's so much fun.
And as you keep doing it because it's fun, you just get better and better and better, and before you know it, it just becomes a part of you. You just know how to do it. Because I'll tell you one thing, I didn't just one day hey, Julian, if you guys went to our show on Thursday, shout out to everybody who did, I kick off of my brother's chest and do a backflip. Like, I didn't say, hey, bro. You know what I'm saying? I trained gymnastics for about 4 years before I even attempted that move. I was flipping off walls for about five years before I decided to do a backflip, kick off my brother's chest and do a backflip. So, it definitely took time. And, I throw words out like 5 years, 6 years. You know what I mean? Don't get scared to try shit, man. Just do it. Like,
Speaking of time, George, how long have you been playing the guitar for again?
Around 15 years.
15. And how long have you been?
nice.
How long have we been dancing for?
we've been dancing
and,
for like 16 years.
and rapping for like 10 now.
So we basically all started our crafts around the same time.
Yeah.
Well, we started dancing.
Yeah, it was like that, that's that age where you kind of decide what you're into, That's that, like, freshman year of high school, you're like, you're growing into your body, you're becoming a man, kind of, and you pick something, usually around that age.
Well, I didn't
Pick
start
a
rapping
hobby.
until I was like 19. I was like in my early ages of college.
Yeah, we didn't start rapping until later.
So hold on, George. When did you start with your craft again?
Around 15 years ago, so I was like
15.
16.
So I was.
Yeah, how old were you when you started DJing?
Yo, guys,
Unof-
thanks for watching the live. Yo, switch
unofficially.
Twitch.tv.
I was probably like 12, 13. Because before that, I was actually like.
Audio's clear. Let's do it.
You were 12,
Because
13.
we were like, I was around 12 or 13. Because officially, I was just like ripping apart like audio equipment and stuff like that. And I kind of always wanted to like, besides ripping it apart, like.
For those of you that don't know,
mess around
DJ
with it.
Sukhai over here, he's not just a DJ. He could fix your car.
This motherfucker's amazing. Let's just get
you
to
can
the
set
point.
your podcast up.
He can set your podcast up,
This motherfucker can fix your car.
build
He
your
can-
studio.
He can fix you. He built our studio, built our computer in our studio. He's a computer engineer. He fucks with that Linux shit. He can like read the Matrix letters and shit.
Yo, he can.
He's a sick ass DJ. He's a very solid video editor. A very talented
I wasn't in the
photographer.
video editing, though, but yeah.
He could though. You could do it. That's the thing. He's made many of my flyers.
That's pretty
This guy
good.
does. This guy's like the human Fiverr.
He's like Fiverr before Fiverr was Fiverr.
Wow, yeah.
Didn't you say you used to like take apart speakers and put them together for fun when you were a kid?
Well, yeah, because I was always the kind of I wanted to learn how it worked. I was that kind of a person. And if you ever walk down the streets of Long Island City, or Astoria back in the 90s, even now, you'll see people throwing away stuff that can just be repurposed. And I would just, on the way home from school, I would just see like, oh, wow, old computer or old stereo, just bring it home, drag it. And I was just like, 95 pounds wet at that time. I would still drag these things home and just rip it apart. So, I mean,
Wonderful.
that's where I came
So
from.
we can both agree. We can all agree that we've been doing this for a solid amount of time.
Solid time, yeah.
What I want to know from you guys is, how do you deal with? We all go through it when we just have those lows. How you deal with those lows when you're just kind of thinking like, am I still doing this, or why am I still doing this? Because sometimes it just feels a little pointless, and you just kind of feel like giving up. How do you guys deal with that? George, why don't you start off?
Well, I mean, last year's a great example, right? There's a global pandemic. Everybody's going through it, though. And for me, so there's no, I teach, right? So I teach in person, and I'm going from like 30 students a week to nothing, right? Uncertainty.
Nah.
You don't know, how you're going to make your money. You don't know what kind of job you're going to have to pull, because your job is no longer, it's no longer an option. So as that's happening, I start to scrum together some students. I try to reach out and see, what I can do online. So I think you have to adapt. You have to evolve. You have to change what you're doing. If you do the same thing for too long, that's when you can kind of slump. But if you keep evolving, if you keep changing and getting better at what you do, you can make it out of, these kind of slumps. And so we're talking about a year that goes by with no gigs, no new students, nothing like that, just like trying to hold down the fort. So what I did was, I made a YouTube channel. I got on your project. I tried to figure out how to make it work, So there's going to be downs, but you got to evolve past that. If you want to make it actually work, then you have to do what you have to do.
Evolve. I like that. That's that chameleon shit right there.
Yeah.
What about you, bro?
Well, that's good. Well, I feel like I go in and out of lows, like honestly, like every other day, every 2 days.
Oh, I know.
I don't know.
Feel it.
I
feel
don't
it
know
when
if
you
it's just like the age we're at, because this was never like this when I was younger. But
In your midlife
yo,
crisis.
I swear this was weird. I was talking to my girlfriend and we were talking, and I told her, I was like, yo, it's so weird. I was literally walking out the coffee pot, and I felt an overwhelming sense of anxiety. Like it felt like a physical feeling just trying to take over me. But the crazy part was I knew what it was, and I was very aware of it. You know what I mean? And I know that sometimes people aren't aware of it, but I was aware of it. And the only thing that was saving me from, I guess, having what people call a panic attack or something like that was the fact that I was aware of what was going on. And I feel like that's super important, to be aware, like, and know what this is. So once I was aware that it was anxiety and it was just happening, because I had no reason for it to happen. It just came over me, right? And And as it was happening, I was aware. I started going through like my stages, my steps that I had for it. I started to control my breathing. Literally, like this is real shit that people say. I know it's cliche as fuck, but it's cliche because it works. I started breathing in through my nose, out through my mouth, in through my nose, out through my mouth. I started literally trying to be present. That shit helps me so much. I swear to God. Like being present in the moment. Don't think about the past. Don't think about the future. Just try to be here on earth. Literally, when I want to be present, I'll look at my fucking hand, right? Dead ass. I'll look at my hand and I'll be like, holy shit, that's my hand. I have wrinkles on my hand. Like whatever.
You're
And
grounding yourself.
Yeah, it starts to bring me into the moment. I'm like, okay, now I'm starting to calm down. I'm breathing. I'm present. And the final thing that I do is I think about all the good things that are happening right now for me in my life and why I should be grateful. You know, and again, it's cliche, but it so works because I'm like, damn, like, I need to be grateful as fuck. And this was like after our show. I was like, we just fucking killed the fucking show Thursday. Fucking murdered the show. Everyone had a good time. Projects out, videos done, podcast coming up. I'm like, these are all good things to be grateful for. And that was the final piece of the puzzle that got me out of that low. You know what I'm saying? So, and then obviously just, you know, enjoying what you do. If you don't enjoy what you do, it's going to be hard to get out of like the doubting areas. You know what I'm saying? But you want to take it from here, Jules?
Oh man, mine's simple. Lately for me, it's just been the people who believe in me when I don't believe in myself. I know you have family members and friends who believe in you. George, Randy knows I fucking believe in him. For me, it's the people who believe in me. It's my Strawhat fam, my crew, and very more importantly, since I am a teacher, during my day job, it's the kids, man. When the kids see me, they call me Mr. P, and they see me and they're like, "Hey, Mr. P, Mr. P." They think I'm the greatest guy in the world, right? And then when I have a bad day and act like a little bitch, I'm like, "Damn, I can't do that to the kids. What kind of message am I sending them?" You know what I mean? Every time I think about these kids and I see them, right? They just make me feel like this pure essence that, yo, I got to do this for these guys. 'Cause they believe in me. And if there's anything y'all should know about kids, is that they're the most genuine people you'll ever meet. So if they believe in you, they really do believe in you. And that means a lot. So believe in them, and people will believe in me.
Future, man.
And yeah, you know, that's my biggest way I do it. And you know what? And sometimes just doing it, even when you do, even when you feel shitty, right?
Just do it.
How many times you edit a video, George? You just feel like crap.
You gotta push through, man. You gotta push through. And I wanted to talk a little bit about what Anthony said. We could have a whole podcast about anxiety and all that stuff. I mean, everybody, you know, deals with that stuff. I know I have heavy in my life, and you know, just doing it, just pushing through. But sometimes, you know, he had a great plan. You have to have like a plan to go through some of these hardships in your life. Like things are gonna come up, and if you're not prepared, knock you on your ass, man. I trust me, I know. But if you have a plan, if you have a support system, like you said, you know, you can get through anything. Gotta stay positive.
He's right. You got a plan to succeed, yo, for real. This whole podcast all stemmed from a plan. You know what I'm saying? It all started like a couple of weeks ago, inviting people to some events. Had a surprise barbecue for my girlfriend. Shout out to my baby. And you know, we had a bunch of people there. It was fun. They had a good time. And then at the picnic, I told everyone, "Hey, man, we're having a show Thursday. You should come through." So a good amount of people from the picnic came to the show. I was like, okay, I got to make sure the show is dope. I knew the show was going to be killer because we prepared so hard for it. Show was killer. Night was crazy. Mm-hmm. Lots of drinking, dancing. Great show. George killed his solo. It was a great show. Like, amazing. One of the best shows I've ever done. I was like, these people had an unforgettable time. Now I'm going to invite them to the podcast and invite them to watch the premiere of our video because honestly, you know, we're trying to put out nothing but quality for all you guys at home. We're just a local bunch here in Astoria doing it, you know, the best we can with what we have. But I'll tell you what we have is we have a lot of heart and we have a lot of talent and drive. We're driven to create listen to some of the records on Coffee Shop Vibes. Like, You know, I think we're just about ready for radio, straight up, honestly. And when I say radio, I don't mean radio in a sense of like radio sound, like the style of music that's out. I mean like the quality that we're producing, it just gets better and better and better. So,
And with
you
that
know?
said, real quick synopsis. One of the biggest reasons we're here is from our last project, Coffee Shop Vibes, where me and my brother ventured out into making music in a completely different way than we've ever made before. Usually we go the hardcore, raw hip-hop way. Well, this time we went more melodic, messed around more with song structure, got live music on it, slapped a lot of poetry on it. So please go check out Coffee Shop Vibes. We're very proud of it. And before the big release music video premiere of our song All Right featuring Guitar George, we want to play you guys another song we have with the same team. Producer who made the beat for All Right is singing on this next track.
Ooh.
George rips a crazy guitar solo on this next track, and me and Anthony kill the verses. Everybody, this is straight off of Coffee Shop Vibes. Right before we get into the music video, this song's called Feel Some. Let's get sexy, y'all.
Just remember, we can find it on what? Spotify, YouTube, where
Spotify, YouTube, SoundCloud. I'll come to your house and I'll give you a USB. Let me know what's up.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's do it. Yeah, let's play this.
She said she wants to feel some, even though that her heart's numb. Saying that she wants some, telling me I'm the one.
What up? Hey, what up, Steven?
All right, we get into the
We
moment of
got
truth.
Crystal,
Moment of
Nicole,
truth,
Miss Shannon in
world
the building.
premiere of the music
Arts in the
video.
building, Dre in the building.
Shout out to everyone who's in here watching it with us live. Just a quick reminder, guys, after we watch the video together, you need to watch it again.
Yes.
Because we will not get the stream.
Yes.
We will not get the stream if you watch it on Twitch with us.
Matter of fact, go to bed watching it on loop.
Just watch it on
as
a
many
loop.
times as you
Yeah,
can.
yo, watch time is important. We're trying to beat the algorithm, okay, guys? That it's not made for regular artists like
Not
us.
regular, talented artists.
It's not made for talented artists like us who aren't discovered yet, straight up. And honestly, fuck a record label. We doing this shit with the power of the people. That's
Power
all
of the
you
people
guys at home.
and power of love. That's all we have right now.
That's all we have, man.
All we have is y'all love.
All you
for
need
real.
is love.
All right? All you need is love.
Love is
John
all you
Lennon.
Oh,
need.
shit.
There you go.
Oh, 2 minute countdown.
2 minute counter. Can you put that on the screen? The countdown?
Yeah. Put the countdown on the screen.
All right, guys.
All right, guys.
We're getting there. We're getting hype. So, again, I'd like to reiterate, after we premiere this live on Twitch, everyone, go on the YouTube. I sent all of y'all links. You better believe I'm going to send you all
Oh, yeah.
links
We're
after
gonna-
this podcast.
We're going to hit all of you guys up again, so.
Because our goal is to make this first hour, we're going to blow this first hour into the fucking stratosphere.
To the moon.
We're going.
Straw hats to the moon.
Straw hat to the
We
moon.
got what,
All right.
and 30.
And I'm talking shares, I'm talking likes, I'm talking comments, whatever. I'll take anything. And you know what? If you want, DM us, and we will send you clips to put on stories. Anything
We will
else.
send you. We'll send you straight clips straight from the music video, and you can put them on your stories. Tag us in your stories.
And don't go anywhere after the premiere, because you will get to hear Guitar George
That's right.
play his sexy solo.
And if you
Live.
want to hear
Live.
the guitar solo live, full in effect, you need to go onto the Twitch.
He's going to be plugged into the system. If you watch on live, you're just going to hear little tiny guitar strings with no real sound.
It sounds a little bit like this. Not pleasant.
Not pleasant. So,
No, are you jacked in?
I am jacked in.
Oh, they probably heard you a little bit.
So,
If you're already
might be
jacked,
pleasant
Like,
then. Sorry.
first podcast, guys. We're still figuring everything out.
First
30
podcast,
seconds.
guys.
30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Let's go.
I'm hyped.
All right, yo. I mean, I can show you guys the visual, but
You won't really hear it
you won't hear it
unless you go to Twitch.
unless you go to Twitch.
You don't need to make an account. Just click on the link. Don't be stubborn. Click the goddamn link.
Kenny, let's go.
Oh.
Here we go.
Kenny who?
Kenny Urban.
Kenny Urban's with us?
All right, 3 seconds.
1.
Strawhat Dynasty.
That was dope.
All right.
That was dope. That was dope.
Yo, we back.
Back.
All right,
We're
yo, we
back.
back in full effect. Shout out to In It for the Cake.
Yeah. In it for the cake.
We
Don't
don't
say
do-
it's
We
government.
don't do governments here.
What do you guys think of it? Let us know in the Twitch
Let
chat,
us
man.
know.
Let it go. Let us know.
Let
Let us
us
know.
know in the Twitch
Instagram
chat.
people, Twitch people.
Yo.
From my peoples at home who watch it on YouTube, leave a comment, leave a like.
Yes,
Get
guys.
that
So, yo,
engagement going up.
If you
Yo.
couldn't hear it, you can check it out on YouTube. It's live now on
I mean,
YouTube.
you're gonna have
I'm
to
sorry.
check it out on YouTube because we don't get the Twitch view.
so check it, guys.
Yeah.
Check it out. Check it out. Hold up. Shout out to KB Killer Blaze for producing the track. So check it out, guys. This is our first podcast. You know, we're doing what we can do. What we're gonna need for you guys to do is you're gonna go click the link in our bio. You can go watch the video there. You can go search it up on YouTube. That's All Right by Straw Hat Dynasty. We need you to go watch it. All right, this is what's really important. We need you to go watch because in this first hour, we need to get as many views as we can so we can trigger that algorithm and have YouTube naturally just push it out for
And
us.
everybody like it. Everybody leave a comment. That's important.
Yes, everybody like it. Everybody leave a comment. We would really appreciate it. We think the video's beautiful, and tell us what you think. Honestly, you know, we made it so that people can be happy. Straight up.
And everybody that's leaving love in the Twitch chat, thank you guys so much. We're happy you enjoyed the video. And yeah, thanks so much for the love.
All right, but with that being said, yo. Oh yeah, Kenny Urban said video was fire. Thanks, Kenny. All right, yo, Guitar George he's gonna do his solo live. I'm excited.
How we doing this? How we gonna do this?
We're gonna do this.
Are you killing the mics and monitoring the?
I'm gonna kill the mics and then have you on.
First podcast, guys.
First podcast, guys. Give us a
We're
break.
giving you some behind the scenes.
You're getting a behind the scenes and a podcast at the same time.
Can't beat that.
Behind the scenes podcast, guys.
All right. So I'm gonna kill the mics in 3, 2.
Next thing you hear is guitar.
1. No mic. Second, we're figuring things out. We're figuring
We're-
things
we're-
out.
Yo,
figuring
guys,
it
we're
out.
figuring things out. Give us 1 second. Don't go anywhere.
Give us 1 second.
This is truly our first podcast. I did. Yeah. I did.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna have to download it.
I will definitely say hi to
That's
the
fine.
kitty.
That's the beat. Whatever. He can do it over that.
Okay.
Does that work?
Don't go anywhere, guys.
Don't go anywhere. So what are we trying to do? See if they can hear the music? Is that what we're doing?
Yo, Eric Day said, "Mr. Sukhai, the living tribunal, never to be seen."
Rampage said, "Come on, Randall."
Oh, Lord.
He called you Randall. He said you're a snitch.
Oh Lord. You know what? We can do it off of the focus right here. If that works.
We'll
for us.
do it. Whatever works.
Whatever. Let's just make it work.
Let's make it work.
Play a couple of pieces.
Oh. Can you guys hear that on Twitch?
Hey, can you guys hear the guitar on Twitch?
Let's do that. Let's go with that.
Let us know if you can hear the guitar.
Yeah, let us know if you can hear the guitar.
I know y'all can definitely hear it on live now.
So what do we got?
Alright,
What do we
so
got?
Are we gonna do that? Do you want to go from the 3-minute mark or what do you
Yeah.
want to go from?
Yeah, yeah.
In 3
Alright.
minutes,
We can
I'll
go
use
for
my
the 3
natural
minute
instincts to know where we're at in the song.
All right, so let's do it. Ready? 3-minute mark. George.
We're gonna kill the mics.
We're gonna need the.
We
mics.
got.
Okay.
Yeah. Ready? Go.
We're gonna need the mics. Okay.
I guess.
Do we have reverb on this? This ours sounded swaggy. All right, so they can hear the guitar.
Okay. Damn. It's all good.
Oh, right here. That would be a blessing. There you go. Ready?
Ready? Okay.
You're so fly, we can do this all night. Put your trust in me, and I'ma make sure that you alright.
You know you're so fly, got me feeling so high. Look into my eyes and know that everything is.
Let 'em
some more, George. It's all good.
There you go. Oh, they got that Bill Cosby face.
Want to be compared to Bill Cosby?
Yo, never
Alright.
before heard guitar solo.
Yo.
That was all freestyle at the end.
Peep the merch. That's amazing. He's on Instagram, over on Twitch. It's crazy. What's up?
All right, all
George,
right,
that
all right.
was-
All right, all right.
That was amazing.
Yo,
George. That was
if you
amazing.
like
Thank you.
that
Thank you.
solo live, then please show Guitar George your love.
Give him a
Bye.
follow and
Giving him
subscribe
a
to his
follow.
YouTube channel.
You could follow me on IG at guitar.george. And if you just go to the link in my bio there, you can find my YouTube channel. Or if you want to find me on YouTube, Guitar George, one word. The first thing will be me. It's a guy with a guitar. And yeah, thanks a lot. I hope you liked it.
Hell yeah.
Give it up for Guitar George, everybody.
Give it up for Guitar
Guitar.George. That's where to find him. Check him out there. Guitar.George.
Building.
But more importantly,
Pick.
although we did watch it again on Twitch,
Where did that come from?
it was it was good to watch with everybody. But now we need you to watch it separately, each, so we can get those streams.
Wait till you're drunk.
We gotta beat the algorithm. The war starts now.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
The war against the algorithm. Real talented artists versus the algorithm. Let's go.
This is some Inception
Let's do it.
stuff right here.
Let's do it. Just
Twitch on Instagram.
go check it
on
out.
Instagram.
Click the link in our Instagram bio to just see the song now. It's out. It's out there
Tell
for the
those
world
people
to
too.
see.
Tell those people too.
Yo, it's out there. Yo, it's out there.
Straw Hat
yo,
Dynasty on
Straw Hat
Twitch, on
Dynasty.
Instagram.
Yeah.